Hi, Kate from Whutsy here. Hope everyone's having a great day. Now, there was something in the forums that posted that's kind of blowing up about Etsy, so we're going to get into listing descriptions and I'm going to help you. And this video is, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I do a very slow step-by-step pace so that you can, put me up on another device, on another screen or whatever, and do this along with me in real time. Now, I know a lot of people like the slow pace and then a lot of people don't. So you have the option to speed this up if you want. But I like a slow pace video, and I know there's a lot of people out there that do as well. So that's my little warning. Anyway, so just yesterday, posted in the forums, if you haven't heard, there's an update to Etsy search. They are now using listing descriptions. So if you don't know where to find the forums, you just go into your Etsy shop dashboard, and under the community and help section, you'll see a link to the forums. And this is located right on the main page of the forums in their announcements section. So you'll see it there. And it goes into details talking about, what you should have in your listing descriptions and how they're going to be used in search. So I just took a screenshot of the post here. If you want to read it, you can go ahead and check it out in the forums. But when I saw this, I was like, yeah, duh, with everything here, because I have put out a toolkit for creating an Etsy listing, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And I went through everything you need, and you can get this on the website, whutsy.com/toolkit, and you can download it. I have it here, and I have one open here that we can look at. And like I said, I created this a year ago, and I use my SEO knowledge for websites and blogging and e-commerce websites and apply it to my Etsy listings just because. And so if you've been using this toolkit to create your listings or watch my other videos with Printify and Printful, I think I use the same method for creating listing descriptions. And so I just want anyone out there who maybe is trying to figure out the best way to write a listing description. The best thing to do is just to really describe the item, what it is, and what the customer can use it for, just to put it succinctly. But I know for a lot of people, we struggle with writing, and it doesn't come naturally to everybody. And some people really do struggle with it, and it may not be as easy as far as, typos, even for some people, or if English is a second language, being able to write those sentences correctly so it comes across clearly. So, this workbook that you can download off my website, again, whutsy.com/toolkit, and this is totally free, uh, goes through step by step how to do this. And when you figure out the best way, I don't want to say the best way, because really anything is better than nothing. When you figure out a template, a flow, an easy way of working with writing product descriptions, um, then it comes a lot easier over time. Okay, so this is just a guide. It's not an end all be all. It's just really a most basic level that you should include in your listing descriptions. Just for informing, yes, Etsy search, the Etsy robots, the algorithm, Google search, same thing. And then also your customer, because ultimately we're providing information for our customer. And we never want to forget that when we're writing our listing descriptions. Okay, so we're going to go through and I'm going to show you how I use this toolkit to create an Etsy listing. And you can use these tips to edit your existing listings if you want to go through and redo your listing descriptions. It's up to you if you want to refine them, tweak them. Maybe there's something you're missing in there that you think you didn't think of, excuse me, that you want to put in. And there might be stuff that you didn't even think of. And what's great about a listing description, it fields a lot of those questions that you get. not everyone reads it, but people who have questions or are unsure about something typically do a little digging. And that little bit of digging is the opening up the listing description. So we want to provide answers to the most common questions people have about your product in that description as well. Okay. So we're going to go through this checklist, and I'm going to show you my awesome, easy hacks that I do for creating listing descriptions so it's quick and painless. So the toolkit here is actually for the whole listing entirely, and a lot of the research that goes into creating a new listing as far as titles and tags actually applies to our listing description as well. So we'll see on the first page of the toolkit here is a little checklist for prepping your listing. You want to make sure you have your listing photos and a video ready to go. How do you do that? Well, I'm not going to go into creating videos and photos in this, but I have a lot of templates on the blog. I'll put a link in the description of this video as well that give you the templates that you'll need for the correct sizing of photos and videos for Etsy. But more pertaining to our listing description, you want to know the materials. So for the example I'm going to use a print on demand item in Printful just as an example for this. So when I'm actually creating a listing description from a product that I just kind of made up, and so we can do this together. And so if you're doing print on demand, great. You can go ahead to Printful or Printify or wherever your item is and go to the product page. We want to have this up because it has all the information that we're going to need for our listing description, okay? And if you're creating an item by hand or making your own items, then you'll want to just have that information at the ready. So were you knitting something with a wool, or was it with cotton, or were you making something out of wood? What kind of wood? We want to know all these things of every component that is going into your product. The other thing we want to know is, are there options or variants that we are including in this listing? Are there different colors? Are there different sizes? What are those sizes? This may seem like really basic and really obvious, but some people don't include this stuff in the product description. And I can't even imagine what their inbox is like when there's no information on the sizing of the product or the color that you're getting. And now to actually, if you really want this item, you want to know more information, you have to reach out to the shop owner. And not everyone's really interested in spending a lot of time on making a purchase, so again, we want to have all that information at the ready, and including the product measurements, so the size of the item, the dimensions, and then these other tick boxes are more for your listing overall, the production partners and shipping profile. But what else is important is your care instructions. Now, Printful hides the care instructions, so I put a link to this page in the description below if you're using Printful. Printify has the care instructions on the product page, so it's generally pretty easy to find. If you don't see it there, I would actually reach out to Printify help in their chat to get that information from them. This is important to provide to your customers so that you have conveyed to them how to take care of their item best. Okay, so on the Printful page with the care instructions, it's all kind of on one page. And if I scroll down and read a little bit closer, I can see that my laptop sleeve that I've chosen is included in this section, and I have the washing instructions, drying instructions, etc. So that's what I want as well to reference. All right, and if we go back to the checklist here, okay. Now this is a printable page, so you can print this out and write everything down. I recommend doing that. That's how I designed this. I'm just going to kind of go through it digitally here. So we've got everything on that first page. The next thing that we need to do is find our keywords. If you haven't done keyword research for your products, I'm going to walk you through how I do it. If you have done keyword research on your products, but it's been over a year since you checked, you might want to go through and do this process with me as well. If you are A-okay and solid with your keywords, and you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say keywords, then you can go ahead and skip to the next chapter in the video unless you want to find out how I do my keyword research. So when it comes to keywords, there's some things we want to answer. These are the questions. These are the things we want to know about the product. We want to be able to describe our product, number one. Okay. What is our product? That's the most important. That's going to be your main keyword in most cases. What does your product do? How do you use the product? What is the product used for? Who uses the product and why would they need it? What problem does the product solve? Where and when is the product used? And then any key features or variations. Now you may be like, whoa, that's a lot of information. Well, that's because sometimes it's hard to find keywords. Do we need to answer every single one of these questions with our keywords? No, but getting a full picture, a full understanding of our product will help us market it properly. So this isn't just like, okay, I found my tags, see you later. This information we're going to disseminate to get our keywords will really help us with social media, tagging, describing our product, understanding who we need to market to, and all kinds of other things that we're going to get out of just researching our keywords. Okay, so we have the laptop sleeve. That's the product. But what's a product without a design on it, especially a print-on-demand product? There's only so far I can go with just describing a blank laptop sleeve, generic laptop sleeve. So I made a quick design. This is just one of the actual literal quick designs in Printful. So, I didn't want to spend a ton of time designing something. I don't sell this. This is not available in my store. It's cute though, right? But I thought, okay, dog, laptop sleeve, Dalmatian with a crown. Okay, so we're going to research the keywords for this. Obviously, you're going to want to research whatever item you have. Now, if I sell a store of just laptop sleeves, most of the keywords I'm going to research are applicable to all my laptop sleeves, minus the ones that are specific to the Dalmatian laptop sleeve. Okay. And that could apply to your shop as well. Just instead of laptop sleeve, insert your item. Okay. And the keyword research tool that I use is Erank. And I am not affiliated with them in any way. It's just what I like to use. I like the information they provide. And there's plenty of other keyword tools out there that you can use in the exact same way that I use them on eRank. Just up to you, whichever your preference. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go into my tools and create a keyword list. I want to keep all my laptop sleeve keywords organized so I can reference them later. And they have a great tool on here in eRank called Keyword Lists. I'm using the bare bones free version, free plan of eRank for this. So I can show you how much research you can do without paying a penny. And with the free plan, you get one keyword list. So that's pretty limiting. If you have hundreds of listings, it may be worth you to pay for eRank so that you can have multiple lists going. I think that it includes the basic paid one. It has like 50 keyword lists or something like that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not an expert on this on eRank at all. I just I'm going to show you how I use them for keyword research. So I'm going to create a new list and I'm going to do laptop sleeves. Add list. And there's my list there. Okay, so next I'm going to research actual keywords. So I'm going to put laptop sleeve up here in the keyword search and search. Now this is going to pull information from Etsy, search data from Etsy that is telling me how many people are searching for this over a period of time. Now, with the free plan, you don't see much. Okay, we don't see a search trend. We don't see average searches, average clicks, average click-through rate. We don't see any of that. All we see is what the competition is doing. Okay, so we can see that the competition for a laptop sleeve is pretty high, but I don't know what the search volume is for laptop sleeve. So I don't know if this is really good or not. And the average information is given for our general keyword laptop sleeve. So we do get some statistics for this base keyword. So there's 5,000 searches, 5,141 average searches a month. Now that doesn't include every month. That's an average over, I think they do 14-month average, 15-month average. So, if there's a huge spike at Christmas time and then there's no sales in January, it's going to be the average of all those months. Okay. So that's a pretty good search volume. I think, in my opinion, the average click through is 4,495. And so that's a very high click through rate. And here's the overall competition. So because laptop sleeve was the word I searched, it gave me that data for that specific keyword. And just unknowingly, randomly, I've discovered actually a really good product to sell on Etsy. So if you do anything that might work good on a laptop sleeve, you should really look into this. The pricing on Printful, of course, is a little high. Hard to make a profit margin on Etsy with Printful products with all the fees and things. But if you make incredible designs and can get that profit margin you of course use my calculators on the website. I hope you use those so you can get sure of the pricing. But I think Printify has some laptop sleeves as well, so check those out. I'll leave links below if you want to explore, because I think this is a good item. Just based on this basic data I'm seeing. I'm not logged into the paid account where I'd see a lot more of a breakdown, but overall, I'm feeling good about this. So here are some of the keywords, and all I have to do is click the star, and then this gets added automatically to my keyword list down here. See, so now that's in my list. So I'm just going to go down here and click these keywords. Again, I have no data on how much this is searched, but these probably, because I know how Erank sorts the data, it's the most searched keywords are at the top and it tapers down from there. So I just know that it's organized in the highest searched on average and then slowly going down. So these top ones, as long as there's not a lot of competition, if you see a lot of red in these numbers, you got to be cautious with those keywords. Those may not be the golden keywords you need. You want to look for something that's near the top of this, the search trend, the search order, and lower competition, mid to low competition. Okay, if you're using the free. Leather, that won't work for me. Mine aren't made out of leather. Laptop sleeve 13-inch. And let me just check the size on this because I think they have 13 and 15-inch. So I can pick the 15-inch because the 14-inch, I don't have that size. Canvas, I don't think that will work. Let's see what this is made out of. I think it's made out of a polyester, a neoprene. Okay, so it's not canvas. Can't click that one. People are searching for a laptop sleeve with a metal zipper. Let's see, what kind of zipper does this have? Has a zipper. Most zippers I know of are metal, not plastic. Let's see if we can zoom in on here. See what that looks like, a metal zipper to me. So that could be a potentially good keyword. And 13-inch with 13-inch one word. And okay, so I can only add 5 keywords to a list on the free plan. So they're very limiting, but I think this is a great start. And I'm going to keep this page open so I can reference it later. The only problem is now I have to do a new search I wanted to look up Dalmatian and see what kind of information I could get from that. So I'm going to actually open up a new window. This is going to be a little hack here because I can't add more than 5 keywords to my list. I'm going to leave this open, and in a new screen, I'm going to search a new keyword. I'm going to search Dalmatian. Spell it correctly. That's not correct. Oh, it's because it's capitalized. So we'll search that and see what we come up with. Okay, so the number one word is Dalmatian, and then it kind of tapers off from there pretty fast. So didn't get any really good information from here. There's an average of 292 searches a month. Average clicks 261, a high click-through rate for this, and pretty high competition for the number of searches per month. So not the best keyword, but it's not terrible. So I'm confident I can use the word Dalmatian in this description and it'll help get me sales for sure. Okay, so I've done my basic keyword research. I have now, if I wanted to search, I can search up to 5 keywords. I could open up 5 different windows, and if there's more keywords that describe your item, I just have Dalmatian laptop sleeve. You might find that there's other ways I could describe my item if it was different. For more items, so I could open up multiple windows and then have all my references here without having to worry about the keyword list. Okay. Now, next thing, let's go back to the checklist. We found our keywords. The next part is we're going to write the listing description. Oh my God. Okay, so don't panic. Don't panic. I'm going to just pause the video for a second and I'm going to open up Milanote, which is what I use to do drafts. All right, so I've opened up Milanote, which is what I use as kind of just like a place to throw up all my notes and ideas and store them all in one place. I'll have a link in the description for this as well if it's something you want to try and use. So what I can do here is just create a blank board, and then I can put in a new note, and I'm going to just make this bigger. And this is where I'm going to put in my listing description. Okay. And I'm also going to put in a list here of my main keywords I want to use. So what I'm going to do is just go right back here and click on my laptop sleeve here, and I'm just going to select all these that I checked off and paste those in. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add Dalmatian, spelled correctly, and those are going to be my main keywords I'm going to target. With, I think, all as my main headline keyword will be actually Dalmatian laptop sleeve. I think that's going to be my main keyword. And then now from here, we're going to go ahead to the checklist and see the intro here. It says a single sentence that describes your product that includes your main keyword and uses other keywords that you found in your title. So writing your title, I didn't put in the page for writing your title isn't here, but you use those main keywords to write your title. But for the listing description, we want to write things in sentences, clear sentences that make sense. So for the intro, I've kind of made this template say, okay, the first thing is a single sentence that describes your product, includes your main keyword, and uses other keywords. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys an amazing way to get help writing this stuff, because it's like, this is where it kind of gets scary. So I put a link in the toolkit here. It says, need help writing? Click here to try the amazing tools at Copy AI, and it's free. And I'm just going to let you know that it's every month you get 5 credits, and a credit helps you write something. So when you first open your account, you get 100 credits. So if you need to write a lot of listing descriptions and you need a lot of help writing these descriptions for different products, use the link in the description to check out Copy AI, and get help writing your listing descriptions because you're going to see how amazing this is. Okay, so when you're logged in and you're in the dashboard, you can find on the left side there's a product description. So you just click on that. Okay, so project title. What is this project about? It's a Dalmatian. I spell it wrong every time. Laptop sleeve. Okay. And then it asks for a relevant website because that's what's it's going to pull information from. Now if I'm editing an existing listing, I would put that listing URL in here because it's going to pull information that I've already put into that listing and use it to write this description. But I don't have that. So what I'm actually going to use is the URL of the product page that I'm using. So I'm going to just select up in the address bar, Command C, and paste it in here, Command V. Okay, and then we're going to go create project. Okay, so from here, we're going to start writing a description. And you'll see when you're on one of these pages, down below is where you see how many credits you have remaining. And then when it resets. So when this resets for me, I will have 5 credits. You can burn through these credits pretty quickly, especially when you learn how awesome this is. And I'm going to just show you. So when you first sign up, you want to have intention to use up those credits so you get the full experience. Okay. What is your product called? So we know it's a Dalmatian laptop sleeve. And then it's saying to describe our product. It's like, well, that's what I need help with is describing my product. Well, you don't have to write the perfect sentence in here. The important thing is just to give the AI that's going to write this product description for us the information it needs to get started. Okay, so you can literally copy and paste, or you can be pretty vague, but you want to just give those details. So what I'm going to say is I'm going to copy this first sentence from full page. Okay, and I'm going to paste that in here. And then I'm also write the laptop sleeve has artwork of a Dalmatian wearing a crown printed on the outside. Okay, and then that's all you need to do. If you have more specific information or you have an existing product description that you think needs help, you can copy and paste that in here too. And then we're going to choose the tone. Now we can do friendly, luxury, relaxed, professional, go on and on and on. I like to use professional. I feel like that's best for product descriptions because, yes, we are selling something, but ultimately we're just trying to put that information out there and be as clear and concise as possible. So I think the professional tone is best for that. If your brand calls for it, of course, you can use one of the others. And to be honest, I've played around with this a little bit. I don't see a big difference. Probably the professional has a little bit less exclamation points than the friendly, but you can play around with it, especially if you have those 100 credits. So then I click create copy, and then this is when one of my credits is being used, and we'll scroll down here and see that it was working. And then here we go. It's created a bunch of examples for us. Okay. And all you have to do is read through these and find a sentence that you think would be a great first describing sentence that has our keyword in it, the Dalmatian laptop sleeve in there. So let's see, the laptop sleeve. So this is a really great sentence here. The laptop sleeve has artwork of a Dalmatian wearing a crown printed on the outside and is constructed of soft and durable neoprene material. I mean, that is a great sentence. And so I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Actually, I'm going to just take this sentence, but you can see it gives you a lot more than just one sentence. But I'm going to just follow the template so that I get that one sentence right at the top. And this is asking me to capitalize this, I believe. Yep. Perfect. All right. So I have my opening sentence that has my Dalmatian laptop sleeve keywords in there. And then, oh, sorry, here we go. And then followed by 2 to 4 shortened sentences that describe your product in more detail, talk about how your product can be used and who it's for, and then how and when the product could be a gift, if it is a gift item. If you're selling supplies or something like that, then that obviously wouldn't be a gift. But people go to Etsy for gifts. I mean, that's one of the main ways that people shop on Etsy is for gifts. So mentioning how it can be used as a gift is always a good thing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go back to here, and I'm going to leave these 2 sentences, and then I'm going to add a few more sentences from here. It's going to be how a laptop sleeve is used and how a laptop sleeve could be a gift. That's exactly what I'm going to say. So how the laptop sleeve is used and how it could make a great gift. Okay, I'm just giving the AI more information, and I'm actually going to get rid of this first one. And create copy. And it's working, and here we go. And here we go. Look at this first one. Our Dalmatian laptop sleeve makes a great gift for the dog lover in your life. If your dog loves to go with you everywhere, why not take it with you when you go on your business trips or just to the library? So, it's giving like all these kinds of ideas. Now, again, this is a bot AI coming up with these sentences for us. So they're not always going to make sense. But what I find is I can usually, when I go through all these, I can usually find something that's like pretty close to what I'm looking for a description. And, I can also, if I find something that's really close, I can tweak it a little bit. So I can actually go ahead in here and see like your new laptop deserves to be protected is a perfect way to protect it. And then wearing a crown on its outside, blah, 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 and giving some alternate uses for this. So that's really great. It's really great. It's only missing what is a gift, right? So I click copied right below this, and I can go over here and just paste so I can work on it here as well. And I have Grammarly that kind of tells me when there's some errors in my grammar. And often with the bots and things, they do have errors with just general grammar that you have to kind of check. So if you have trouble with grammar at all, I recommend Grammarly. I think I'm using the free, and it's just automatically on any time I write something, it pops up. So I just want to find something that talks about it being a gift. Let's see, with its durable and cute design, this is sure to make a great gift for any dog lover. So I'll make that a new sentence. And I'm going to get rid of the exclamation point. And let's see, I'm going to move it up here and add it here. And I'm going to actually put this in parentheses. And I think this is really great. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and paste it in here. And then I'm going to go back to my checklist here. And then now we're going to write the overview of the description. So you can see how quickly and easily it was. I wrote this amazing description that flows naturally and makes sense. So the overview is going to be a section that I break down the material and quality, one unique feature and a second unique feature. Okay, so we're going to go ahead in here and I'm going to add a bullet, which is option 8. And you can also use on the Milanote app here. You can just put in a bullet that way as well. Oh, oops, first I'm going to delete that. I'm going to write overview to make a new section and bullet. And then what was the first thing? The material and quality. So the material of this is 100% neoprene. Okay, I just do Command C. Oh, I got a lot of windows going here. 100% neoprene. And let's see what they say about the quality here. Lightweight and resistant to oil, water, oil, and heat. So that's talking about the quality of it. So I want to add that. Okay, and I'm going to do another bullet point, which here it suggests doing the first unique feature and then the second unique feature. So what would be one unique feature? I have a snug fit. I have a faux fur interior lining, top loading zipper enclosure, padded zipper binding, customizable. That's not important in black. Okay. So I could do snug fit with a faux fur interior lining. Here we go. And then another feature would be top loading zipper enclosure with 2 sliders. That would be my second feature. Okay. Then I do a new section, which will be my details section. And these are bulleted lines that give specific details like materials, size, colors, and other variants. Okay. So I'm going to just make a quick adjustment. So I'm going to just change this to made of neoprene, which is lightweight. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and write details. And then this is where I put bullet, 100% neoprene. And then the next one is size. So I have this in 2 sizes. So I have 13 and 15 inch. So sizes, 13 inch and 15 inch. And then I can do any colors or other variants of it. And this just comes with the one design. So I don't have any other variants. I could say you can personalize the color of the crown if you wanted, or something like that. Or if I added a background color to this, I could say you can choose your background color from these 5 available colors or something like that. But for this one, I don't need to add any other details. So I'll go ahead and cancel that. And then the next part is the personalization. So any personalization, you want to go into detail about what that includes, what they need to send, what they need to do after they send it, if you're going to send a proof or not, anything like that. Okay, so that would be the next section. And then the last section is care instructions. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to just do another bullet point and go ahead to the care instructions here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this, Command C to copy, paste, and I'm going to put this in as a full sentence, but break it into different bullet points. And I'm just taking the language straight from principal page. That's fine for me to do. You don't want to take any text directly from anyone else's website, but I'm selling Principal's products, so I am allowed to use their text. Typically, I like to change it so it fits more to my my tone. But for care instructions, that's just technical information, so having it like that is perfect. So this is all you need for your listing description. We wrote a listing description. How amazing is that? So that's all you need. We have, then what I want to do is just look at this, and then I want to look at my keywords and make sure I include these naturally in here. So what I might do is, because I don't mention the size as much, I might find a way to include that in the text up here. So I might break up this a little bit. Let's see, I will just add a new sentence here that says available in 2 popular laptop sizes, including 13-inch, 15-inch, write inch, because I use the inch marks here, but I want to write out the word inch, because that's what people do when they're in the search bar. Our 13-inch laptop sleeve and our 15-inch sleeve. And then I could also include here something like at the bottom, which is kind of like just a little bonus, is want to see more of our laptop sleeve designs. Check out our Etsy shop here, and then include your link to your Etsy shop. So it would be whatever your shop name .etsy.com, like that. Okay. And that link, because it's on the Etsy, will be clickable in your description. If you put in a link to anywhere off of Etsy, it won't be clickable in your description. But sometimes people like to click around. And also for SEO, having a link to your listing is good for SEO. Now, it's not good for Etsy SEO, which, Etsy doesn't care about how many links you have to your listings, but Google does. So when Google's ranking your listings, it's going to see how many links around the internet link to that listing. And another page on Etsy counts. So even if I'm linking to my shop page, or I'm linking to a particular category or section page, or I'm linking to a specific listing, that's always going to be good. So I recommend adding a link to either your main shop or a section that might be relevant, or both, in every description on your in your Etsy shop. And that's easy to add if you want to add that in, because you can do bulk changes in your Etsy listing manager. Okay. And when I'm talking about Google, I'm not talking about offsite ads. That's totally different. I'm talking about just ranking organically. So if someone searches Google for Dalmatian laptop sleeve, I may not show up on the front page of Google on my product page. But over time, if this listing is in existence for a while and it gets a lot of links, and I have a lot of social media, Pinterest pins, etc., telling Google, yeah, this is a popular page. There's a lot of links going to this listing. It's possible that could rank on Google search, and people just click from Google, not an offsite ad, just click on that search result and go to your product page. This is long-term stuff. SEO is never immediate. Etsy search SEO may be more immediate, but when we're thinking SEO in general, we're looking long-term. We're looking a year from now. The stuff we're putting in here is going to help us a while from now, okay? So it's a long game you want to think about. So, okay, there we go. I hope this video was helpful in creating your Etsy listings. You can go ahead and download the toolkit from the website. Links in the description below. I'll pin it as the first comment as well, so you can find it easily and quickly. Let me know in the comments if you found this helpful. Let me know what you think about the changes at Etsy for listing descriptions. Is this good? Are you happy about it? Have you been doing your listing descriptions well all along, so it's not affecting you? I'm very thankful actually for this. I think this is going to be great because I've done all my listing descriptions using actually the same format that I'm sharing with you. And so I'm excited for that bump because I've done a lot of work on SEO for other reasons, and now it's going to pay off with Etsy as well. So very excited. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all this great information that I put out for free. If you need help building a website, I've got some great videos on the channel coming out. I have a Shopify store video. I walk you through it step by step. Don't even have to think about it. Just follow the video. I walk you through it all. I'm also going to do a great video on BigCommerce, which is another place kind of like Shopify, a little different, and you're going to see some really neat features that BigCommerce offers. So if you're watching this video a few weeks from now, check the channel. It's probably there. You'll find it. And thanks so much for your support. Everyone, have a great day.